Hey guys, how we doing? So Dan from Trading with Dan here. This is our Forex update for the day. So over to those charts. Euro US dollar first. Yeah, so we're having a bit of a pullback at this high. I don't know how these levels, these lines don't stay straight. But yeah, we're having a little bit of a pullback at this high, as you can see on the daily. To be expected, yesterday was a bit of a doji candle, took us back below this this level we're looking at, this horizontal. So yeah, potentially we may see a bit of a retrace. Maybe we're going to test the top of this this breakout point, this horizontal here, and then make our way back up. We'll have to see how that plays out. But yeah, nothing really TD wise on the daily here to look at. 12 hour, yeah, 12 hour. Pretty much the same. You can kind of see, looks like we are potentially going to come back and have a test of here, maybe even a test of the actual trend line again. You never know. But yeah, obviously if we get back above this horizontal, then it will be more upside. And did we get a 4-hour 9? No, we didn't. No, we didn't get a 4-hour 9 here. No. So, but yeah, still bullish. Maybe we're going to see a little bit of a pullback. But if we break back above here, and obviously this is a new level for us now, breaking obviously above here, we can see even more upside. Even more upside will ensue. But maybe we are going to get a little bit of a pullback for the time being. Cable, over to cable on the daily first. Yeah, daily cable nicely getting sort of rejected again. We had the daily 9, came down, got caught on the daily 21, spiked back up above this horizontal again, and then that got rejected, and now we're moving back down. So now I would kind of expect that to be the back test of the horizontal, the back test of this resistance, and I would expect it to come and take out the daily 21 on this next occasion, and then make our way down at least to the bottom of here. That would be my guess now. So we'll actually put an arrow further down there. That would be my guess. That'll be what I'm expecting really to happen now over the next week or so, probably in this asset. 12 hour, yeah, 12 hour, not too much really to look at. There's the 9 there, obviously the same on the daily, but yeah, we did get the move we were looking for down to the daily 21. It was basically the daily 21 we were looking at. It's where we got down to, and then we will need to see how we react with that, and it looks like we bounced off it and looking weak again. So you can only really read weakness into that. 4-hour 9 got us perfectly, caught us perfectly. And yeah, and that obviously sparked the back test, but now we're moving back down. So I mean, this is clearly the continuation level to take out. Obviously this level here, but yeah, I think that does pretty much coincide obviously with the daily 21, so there's not a lot of reason to draw it. So yeah, dollar index moved its way back above 96. So yeah, I mean, we were kind of expecting a bit of a bounce off this level. I mean, weren't necessarily going to break it on the first pass, but obviously still overall weak. I believe we were looking for some 9s in this. Let's see which 9s we were looking at. Yeah, nothing really to see on the 12-hour there. Was it a 4-hour 9? Were we looking at a 4? Yeah, we were looking at a 409 coming in at this support, but we bounced obviously before that. I mean, we got pretty close to support, so I mean, you can forgive the market for front running it on the 8. But yeah, and obviously once we got the 9, continuation up. So this is a nice continuation sell level now here. We've got 2 continuation sell levels, obviously one here and then one obviously at the low. Might as well just move that up now to the actual low we've got there. So yeah, 2 nice continuation sell levels to keep an eye on going forwards, but we don't have to take them out. We could break back above here and start making some progress back upwards. You can see the horizontal here, get back above here. If we get back above here, then yeah, I would be expecting a move upwards to at least the next level basically, and see how we interact with the next level. So yeah, that's the 4-hour. That's that done. Euro pound. Yeah, looking strong still. Look at that for a reversal candle on the 9. Look at that for acceleration on the 9, and then a comeback as well. Oh, I say acceleration. I mean, the last 2 candles were that big too, but yeah, the 9 candle also was. But yeah, perfect. This is just a textbook trade. But yeah, let's go over to the daily first. Yeah, I mean, rallied off the 9 here, up to this sort of resistance here, so we've got to really see how we're going to play out with this level. 12-hour, I mean, it's looking constructive. Going to have a 12-hour 9 come in. We'll actually just extend this line, extend and pretend. Yeah, we've got this, so maybe we're going to get a bit more of a pump up into this 12-hour 9, maybe even into the trend line. We'll have to look how that plays out. But yeah, just look at that on the 4 hour, beautiful, and obviously our great buy here. We looked at this yesterday though anyway, didn't we? The buy in this 9 and the break above, and then the sell obviously at that 9 candle. So 9s to 9, great trade. Aussie dollar, Swiss franc, yep, 4 hour 9, but we'll go to the daily first. So yeah, we're at this level. Straighten that up a bit. So yeah, I mean, we're going to see a test back down to the 21. I mean, we have just tested it and broke up. I mean, what would be my immediate inclination for this asset would be we're just going to consolidate, move back above here, and then move back up to the next horizontal. That's what would be what I think would happen. But yeah, obviously confirmation getting back above here would yeah, will probably trigger that move. I mean, we will just lift that up to those tops of those candles, because that is basically the level we are kind of looking at now. So yeah, date 12 hour 12 hour, yeah, nothing really to read. 12 hour, and then obviously we got that 9 on the 4 hour at the, well, we just moved it up a bit, but it was basically at the resistance. But yeah, so taking out that level onwards and upwards. But yeah, if not, I mean, are we just going to stay in this range that we were in for ages, where we weren't really bothering analyzing it, because what's the point? So yeah, I mean, maybe we're just going to drop back into it. We'll have to keep an eye on that. Aussie dollar, New Zealand dollar, it's making progress. Let's have a look on the daily. Yeah, I mean, you can see we regained the daily 21, bounced off the, well, not quite the daily 200. We got close to it, back above the daily 21. It's looking bullish, this is. I think once we get back above this level, I think we'll see more upside. I'm not sure how, yeah, we'll leave that on as a relevant level. But yeah, realistically, we are looking for a move back up to back up to here if we break, certainly if we break above this horizontal. So yeah, let's look at any TD trades we've got. Nothing, there'll be nothing on the 12 hour, and nothing really on the 4 hour. Just looking quite tight really, but yeah, just consolidating. I mean, yeah, probably expect the move up to take those levels out. US dollar, Japanese yen. Yeah, consolidating in the zone a little bit. You can see we're testing the top and the bottom quite regularly on these dailies. But yeah, it's still a tight range, and we are below the 200. Yeah, I'll be watching for weakness in this asset. I'll be watching for taking out this level and then taking out this level. But obviously at the moment, no real trades to look at. Obviously taking and starting to trade above here. Regaining the daily 21, which I think we have. It's there, isn't it? Regaining the daily 21, which is also that level. Yeah, I mean, we could potentially get our way back through the 200. But relatively speaking, this isn't really going anywhere. As you can kind of see, and even before that we didn't really go anywhere. So a relatively range bound asset. So yeah, maybe we'll make a move up and maybe make a move down. Just not the best. You want trends really, and there's not a lot of trending behavior going on in this. Obviously the 4 hour's not so bad. Nice 4 hour sell there. Obviously 4 hour being a short time frame. I mean, we didn't really get the sell there. Yeah, so right, Canadian dollar, Swiss franc. Well, we did basically a swing failure, a bumper run pattern. Got below, swung back up, and yeah, look at that for a move up to what is yeah, basically roughly this horizontal that we've got. Could have extended that along, but yeah, we are consolidating above it now. So yeah, potential more upside, but yeah, we'll kind of yeah, we're looking for a move down, but once you break back up, it's obviously incredibly bullish. This is purely all the people that got short and were selling this down are now getting squeezed out. So probably plenty more fuel in this to get us back up to here. So this is looking bullish. This is looking bullish, guys. Look like we played out the downside. 12 hour, we've got anything? We don't have anything TD bars in the 12 hour, but maybe we ran into a 9 on the 4 hour. Yeah, we did basically ran into a 9 on the 4 hour, which is why we're getting held up. But yeah, if we get supported by this line, yeah, onwards and upwards. I mean, quite clearly, this will be a level to trade for the continuation up. So we'll just move that out of the way a little bit. So yeah, looking quite constructive, quite positive, very fakey. This is what markets do to you. You think, yeah, this is it, and then bang. Euro Japanese yen. I mean, this is another similar one. Yeah, this is it, all the way back up. So we're basically back relatively within the channel, as you can see on the daily, just a little bit of a fake out. So I mean, are we going to drop out again? Or are we going to spike to the upside? I don't really have a bias now, because obviously a rising wedge generally breaks down. More likely to break down, but we couldn't break down, so really we've got to see what happens really. So just monitor this one. I wouldn't be wanting to necessarily go bullish, from here. I mean, maybe above here. This is probably going to be important level, so we'll draw this in, and then yeah, obviously that high there, we'll just move that, is going to be another important level. So, but are we going to go? Are we going to break down actually this time? Next time, if I did have to guess one, it would be down, just purely based on it being a wedge, and we just tried to break down but didn't make it, and then we'll potentially break down the next time. Nothing really TD wise to read into this either, not on the 4 hour. US dollar, Canadian dollar, this looking to me like we could basically getting supported as we speak at the bottom of this level. So no real trade unless we break and close below here. But yeah, if we don't, obviously we'll just float our way back up to the top of this range, it would seem. Obviously you can see it's current with 200 daily is obviously quite strong support. I mean, that just give me a bearish bias. That does, that kind of tells me we're getting supported by the 200 daily, but we're not making much progress off it. So maybe we are going to break down. So using the 200 daily, yeah, maybe we are going to break down. But if it was just a horizontal support, just at any point in the trend, any point away from any moving average, important moving average, the most important moving average, I would probably expect it to drift up. But yeah, maybe we're going to get up to the daily 21 and then get slammed down. So that's, yeah, that would be my bias. That would be my bias, guys. Yeah. That would be my bias. I keep saying that. Did we get supported basic off a 4 hour 9? Not really. But yeah, just the horizontal. I mean, the 200 daily in this horizontal was just too enticing for us to stop here, basically. Aussie dollar, New Zealand dollar, daily. Yeah, constructive, very constructive. Are we back testing this trend line to get rejected? We'll have to wait and see. But to be honest, if we get back above it in this horizontal, clear, nice buy. We get below here, maybe we will get the move down. 200 daily call in, daily 21 holding us. Difficult to read. I mean, just trade the breakout. I mean, to be honest, I would not necessarily really want to look too much into a short, but potentially, obviously, the short is below here now. But yeah, ideally I'd look for a long trade. If we don't get it, we just don't trade. But if we get it, then yeah, nice. There's some definite nice upside to be had if the long trade confirms. Nothing really TD wise. Nearly got the 12 hour 9. Maybe that's what's giving us this little bit of indecision. Sorry, the daily 9 and the 12 hour. Yeah, 12 hour 9 as well. Maybe that's what's giving us the indecision. But we attempting to break up, looking constructive. So maybe we are going to break up in this. Maybe we are, and then the 4 hour 9. 4 hour 9 got us perfect. Well, obviously got us not the 8 hours are high, but I mean the trade off the 4 hour 9, trading below it. Obviously we did come down. New Zealand dollar, US dollar. Bit range bound, not really a lot to read here. I mean, I'll be looking for the breakout of here, or the breakdown of here and here. Just looking for breakouts in this. Let's go to the daily. I didn't realise I went to the 12 hour first. Yeah, I mean, I would say it's bullish. Getting supported by the daily 21. We're above all the moving averages. Correct moving average order now. And posture, they're all sloping upwards. So yeah, maybe we are going to get pushed back above this 9. This daily 9 potentially gave us this weakness, and we're just going to make some progress once we take that level out. If we take that level out. 4 hour. Nothing really to read off the 4 hour. US dollar, Swiss franc. US dollar, Swiss franc. Yeah, bounced off the support in a bit of a range, not doing a lot. I'll be looking for either the breakdown of here or here. I wouldn't really be looking for trades in this area in the middle of the zone. Just look to fade the edges or trade the breakout, whichever one you prefer. 4 hour 9 though. 4 hour 9 is potentially going to bring us down, or at least hold us where we are. We'll see what happens. See what happens with that. But yeah, obviously, I mean, I wouldn't really take a trade off a 4 hour 9 just based where we are. But I mean, yeah, potentially if we break below there, go for the bottom end of the range and potentially drop out of the range. Drop out of that range. US dollar, Brazilian real. US dollar, Brazilian real. Yeah, looking relatively constructive where we are. Daily doji candle yesterday. So if we take out the top of this candle, which is also this resistance anyway, then yeah, potentially expect more upside. So we may just borrow that arrow and move it along here, potentially more upside. Where to? I mean, maybe even only creating a new range with that high. But yeah, so we'll just draw a little line across there for us to see. Yeah, I mean, then we've got to see how we interact with that level. Looking close to that trade though, trade activating. 4 hour, yeah, I mean, you can't really see it clear on the 4 hour, but we obviously we are looking sort of at this daily doji candle. US dollar Mexican peso, it's in a range. It's in a range, guys. We obviously reached the target of the arrow that we drew in. But yeah, so that is obviously was a good trade. Yeah, not too much else. Yeah, we've got the 409 potentially holding us up, but I mean, where are we going to go from here? Who knows? We're just in the little range, no real trade, and then we will look at it. Oh, we've got a bit of movement, guys. But if we look on a daily, we basically haven't. I mean, this is probably just sprung off this daily 9, but I mean, you guys know how I feel about these daily 9s when there's no real trend. They're just not really that great, but obviously some people sold a little bit. But look, we didn't really do much, so really still no trade to go in here. So that's it, guys. Remember, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Always do your own research, and I will speak to you guys soon with the Binance video.